TCU officials approve a tuition increase, and it now costs more to attend that Texas university than Harvard. The private school in Fort Worth is raising tuition by 7.9%. That means it'll cost about $61,000 a year, which is $7,000 more than Harvard. Now, this is TCU's largest percentage increase since 2011. TCU will now have some of the highest tuition costs in Texas at about $30,000 a semester. So here's a look at tuition costs at some other Texas schools. SMU, which is also a private school in North Texas, costs about $28,000 a semester. Public universities, as you can imagine, are much cheaper. At UT Austin, it costs about $7,000 a semester. And at UTSA, it's about $12,000 a semester. At Texas State University in San Marcos, it's just over $11,000 a semester. For more on the rising cost of college, let's bring in Deale Price, the owner and founder of Access College America. Deale, it's great to have you with us. Such an important topic. As you just heard, TCU is raising tuition by more than 7%. Is that part of a trend at universities across the nation?
Well, first of all, who has this kind of money? I mean, these rising costs of colleges, it's making it almost impossible for families that are in the middle class to attend. And this is a national trend. I'm so glad that you're doing this segment. What we're seeing is that the most selective, most popular colleges in America are becoming and catering only to the more affluent folks, and they're only becoming less accessible for that middle class family. And so my heart really goes out to a lot of the families that put a lot of these colleges and universities on the list, because you're having to refinance homes, cash out retirements, check in on savings. And I think it's really important that parents understand where you send your baby to college is one of the most expensive gifts you're going to give them. And a lot of teenagers just don't know how to shop for schools.
Oh, Deale, listen, full disclosure, my daughter attends TCU, and my goodness, I'm just watching all of this and I'm wondering who is regulating tuition costs. Is someone in charge of that, or do they have full volition?
You know, it's colleges are all a business, and it's supply and demand here. And, you know, these universities have presidents and chancellors. They've got fancy facilities and athletic coaches. And even though some colleges may say they're nonprofit, they are all for profit. And the reality is the more applications universities receive, that really drives up the cost of the tuition here. And some universities like TCU can increase some of their endowments for those that need financial aid. The reality is folks out there are paying cash money. And there's a lot of things families can do to kind of curb some of this cost. But, you know, I think the biggest piece of advice families need to understand is it's not where you go to college that matters, it's how you college. And everything is negotiable. So when you apply to these colleges and universities and you get that financial aid award letter, you can actually go back and appeal that and try to negotiate for additional awards and subsidies.
Deale, I'm so glad you said that. You're empowering families across Texas. Talk more about what families can do who are trying to balance higher education with cost.
Definitely. Well, first of all, a few ways that we could take a look at this is to really consider the major that you're applying to and look at the ROI for that major. I really encourage everybody to, you know, if you are going to have to invest and dive in deep into that pocket, you know, a lot of you are going to need to go to grad school. And so maybe that's where you want to spend that type of investment. But look at the major you're applying to and try to make sure you don't take out enough money in loans to pay it off after a year of graduating from school. The other piece of advice I have is to really create a balanced college list. Families, listen up. If you want scholarships or free money to go to school, that's coming from your safety schools, all right? So if you're adding reach universities, realize these universities are not going to give you scholarships to recruit you to their universities. There's a lot of different things that families can do here.
Really important points. Deale Price, Access College America. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your expertise. We appreciate it.
Thank you.